practicing the passive voice with irregular verbs. Hello, welcome back to my channel. In this video, you will be practicing irregular verbs with the passive voice. For other similar irregular verbs videos, check the links in the description. To start with, let me give you a quick overview of the passive voice. What is passive voice? We use the passive when we want to show that the action of the verb is more important than the person who carries out the action. Aunt Mary was invited to the wedding. Was invited. This is the passive voice, past simple passive in this sentence. How can you form the passive? We can form the passive with the subject plus the form of the verb be plus the third form of the verb, the past participle. Aunt Mary was invited to the wedding. Aunt Mary was invited to the wedding. So one more time. When do we use the passive? We use the passive when the agent is unknown, unimportant, or obvious from the context. My car was stolen. In this sentence, we don't know who stole my car. This church was built in 1860. It's not important who built it. He has been arrested. He has been arrested, obviously, by the police. We also use the passive voice to make polite and more formal statements. The car hasn't been cleaned. This sentence is more polite than the active sentence. You haven't cleaned the car. The agent, that is the person who carries out the action, is introduced with the preposition by and is mentioned only when the identity of the agent is important or needs to be stated. Australia was discovered by Captain Cook. By Captain Cook. The identity of the agent is important. What's the difference between the active and the passive sentence? Here's an example for you in the past simple tense. The man caught a big fish. In this sentence, we know who performed the action, and it is important to say who performed the action. The man was the active doer of the activity. He caught a big fish. The man was caught by a big fish. This is a passive sentence. The man is not the active doer of the action, but passively involved. The agent is a big fish. Who caught who? It's important, isn't it? The man walked the dog. Active sentence. The woman was walked by the dog. Passive sentence. We can only make a passive sentence if the verb is transitive, that is, the verb takes an object. If the verb, for example, the irregular verb lie, lay, lain, does not take an object, it is intransitive, there is no way you can make a passive sentence with it. In the following irregular verbs list, some intransitive verbs are left out for this reason. Let's start practicing irregular verbs with passive example sentences. Beat, beat, beaten. Did she win the tennis tournament? No, just the opposite. She has been badly beaten. Begin, began, begun. When was the construction work begun? The construction work was begun a month ago, and it is not going very well. Bite, bit, bitten. What has happened to the postman? The postman has been bitten by a savage dog. Blow, blew, blown. What will happen to the dog's kennel? The dog's kennel will be blown up by a wicked cat. Break, broke, broken. What's this terrible noise? Actually, the pavement is being broken up by construction workers. Bring, brought, brought. Is he a city boy? Not at all. Just look at him. He was born and brought up in the countryside. Build, built, built. Is the fence being built? Yes, it is. The fence is being built. Burn, burnt, burned. Has the toast been burnt? Yes, the toast has been burnt. Please don't eat it. Buy, bought, bought. How many smart TVs were bought during the last Black Friday sales? Thousands of smart TVs were bought during the sales last year. Catch, caught, caught. What's happened to the man? The man has been caught in a giant spider's web. Choose, chose, chosen. She's going to be the queen in the school play. Is she happy? No, not really. She has been chosen for the role, but she doesn't understand why. Cut, cut, cut. When will the ceremony start? The ceremony will start when the ribbon is cut. Do, did, done. What about the work? Has it been done? No, it hasn't. The work hasn't been done yet. The staff is overwhelmed. Draw, drew, drawn. Who was the image drawn by? The image was drawn by a very talented artist. Drink, drank, drunk. How many pints of beer were drunk in the pub yesterday? About 50 pints of beer were drunk yesterday. Drive, drove, driven. Why are there so many car accidents? Many accidents are caused by bad driving, and many cars are driven by drunk drivers. Ate, eaten. Does the turkey like Thanksgiving? Nope. The turkey is on strike because it doesn't want to be eaten. Feel, felt. Did he feel anything strange at the séance? Well, it went too well. The ghost's presence was clearly felt. Fight, fought. The 100 Years' War was fought between England and France in the 14th and the 15th century. Find, found. When was gold found in California? The California gold rush began on January 24th, 1848, when gold was found in Coloma, California. Fly, flew, flown. Who's in the cockpit right now? Both pilots are in the cockpit, but the 747 is being flown by the first officer at the moment. Forget, forgot, forgotten. Was King Henry VIII forgotten in history? No, he wasn't forgotten. He was a famous king in British history. Forgive, forgave, forgiven. Is he going to be forgiven? Oh, yes, he is. He's going to be forgiven for being a bad boy. Give, gave, given. What was he given for his birthday? He was given a big box full of toys for his birthday. Grow, grew, grown. Who grew this huge pumpkin? Nobody knows, but it was grown with the help of GM technology. Hang, hung, hung. Why was the bone hung there? The bone was hung there in order to tease the dog. Hear, heard, heard. What is heard in the morning? The neighbor was heard all over the place mowing the lawn early in the morning. Hide, hid, hidden. How did the famous pirate Bluebeard get his name? He got his name because most of his face was hidden by a blue beard. Hit, hit, hit. Why is he throwing in the towel? He's got hit in the face several times and he's about to lose. Hold, held, held. When was the party held? The party was held on Saturday. Hurt, hurt, hurt. Was anybody injured in the accident? Only one person, the driver, was hurt in the accident last week. Keep, kept, kept. Is the information kept up to date? The information is kept up to date by a real badass. Leave, left, left. What happened to the students in the classroom? Students were left to their own devices for long periods. Know, knew, known. What is Shakespeare famous for? Shakespeare is known as one of the greatest playwrights in literature. Lend, lent, lent. How much was the guy in the blue shirt lent? He was lent $10. Light, lit, lit. Why was the campfire lit? The campfire was lit because the boys wanted to roast marshmallows over it. Lose, lost, lost. What has happened to him? His keys had been lost and he couldn't get into the house. Make, made, made. What was made for his birthday? A big cake was made for his birthday. Meet, met, met. Where will he be met? This weary traveler will be met at the airport. Pay, paid, paid. Has the bill been paid yet? No, the bill hasn't been paid yet. Put, put, put. Why was he put in jail? He was put in jail because he committed a crime. Read, read, read. Why were there mistakes in the news? Perhaps there were mistakes during the evening news because it was read by a rookie TV reporter. Ride, rode, ridden. Has this new scooter ever been used? This is the first time this new pink scooter has been ridden. Ring, rang, rung. Was the bell rung? The bell was rung once, and the dog came running and thinking it was going to get some food. Run, ran, run. He had a bad day yesterday, didn't he? Yes, he did. He got run over by a car and now he's in bad shape. Say, said, said. I want to tell you something. Okay, tell me about it. Well, it is sad that a neighbor had to pay for 42 coffees in the restaurant. And he ordered 42 coffees. No, he ordered 42 coffee. See, saw, seen. When was the hunter last seen? The hunter was last seen with the bear last week. Sell, sold, sold. How many books have been sold? This book is not selling well. Only a few books have been sold so far. Send, sent, sent. Why is she going home? She has just been sent home to relax because she's not able to focus on her job. Shoot, shot, shot. What was the biggest attraction at the circus? The height of the evening was when a man was shot from a cannon. Show, showed, shown. What will happen to the guests? The guests will be shown around the house as soon as they get in. Shut, shut, shut. Is the window shut properly? Yes, the window is tightly shut, so he can clean it. Sing, sang, sung. Was the famous song sung at a party? Yes, it was sung beautifully by a lovely couple in the karaoke bar last Saturday. Speak, spoke, spoken. Is she going to answer the phone? No, she isn't. She doesn't want to be spoken to. Steal, stole, stolen. How much money was stolen from the bank yesterday? The bank was robbed by a masked man and a lot of money was stolen. Take, took, taken. When was he taken to hospital? He was taken to hospital 2 days ago because he had upset his stomach eating too much fish. Teach, taught, taught. Is anybody teaching the girl? Yes, actually the girl is being taught how to use the tablet. Tear, tore, torn. Why has that piece of paper been torn? It might have been torn because it is all about her divorce. Tell, told, told. Why is the boy afraid to see Dr. Jones? He's afraid because he has just been told the jab will be painful. Think, thought, thought. Is he the good guy? No, he isn't. He's thought to be a supervillain. Such a badass. Throw, threw, thrown. What's the dog doing? The dog has been thrown a ball and now it is trying to catch it. Understand, understood, understood. Was Galileo understood when he lived? No, Galileo wasn't understood in the Middle Ages. Wake, woke, woken. Can he sleep? No, he can't. He has been woken up by a loud noise and now he can't go back to sleep. Wear, wore, worn. Are the shoes worn out? Yes, the shoes are worn out. Win, won, won. Who was the trophy won by? The world's best dad trophy was won by a middle-aged man who has 3 children. Write, wrote, written. Who was Für Elise written by? Für Elise was written by Ludwig von Beethoven. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you learned something. I'm happy if you gave me some feedback about this lesson. Please make sure to subscribe and like the video if it added any value to your English knowledge. Thank you very much. See you in the next lesson.